Hey everyone, Sylvia here. Today I'm coming at you with part 2 of my 5 random jobs on Upwork series. Apparently, you guys seem to really enjoy part 1, so I'm back here today with some more random jobs that I've done on Upwork. If you guys didn't know, I've actually been on Upwork for the past 8 years, so of course, in the meantime, I've done a lot of random crap. And yeah, like I said, this is part 2 of the series, so I'll have the part 1 linked down below if you guys haven't watched it yet, but it's not sequential at all, so feel free to watch this one and then go watch the other one. Without further ado, let's get on with this video. So the first job we have here is called High Quality Cool PowerPoint for Company Quarterly Theme. This was done back in September of 2018, and I'm starting kind of from the least random to the most random, just to leave the best for last. I know this is not like super random doing a PowerPoint presentation for a company, but the reason I'm adding it in the random bucket is because this is not a service I ever advertised. It was just a random job that I found on Upwork and I decided to apply for it and I got it apparently. So I saw the opportunity and took it basically. But yeah, what this client requested was I'd like a PowerPoint design using high quality photography and imagery to use for a company goal setting presentation. I'm the CEO of the company and I want to get the team rallied to hit our Q4 goal of booking $1 million in revenue. He needs to be cool, not stuffy, and I must be able to amend the text. I have drafted the slide content below, but might need to amend once you've completed your work. The theme for the period is $1 million takeaway. Honestly, I vividly remember doing this and I remember really enjoying the final result and the client seemed to like it too, so I guess it was a win-win situation. So job number 2 is called Events List PT, stands for Portugal. And this one was back in October 2018, so just a month after the first one. This job was once again one of those tedious jobs where you wonder, why do I do this to myself? But again, it's one of those occasions where you're saving someone else's time and you're getting paid for that. So the job post read, Portuguese speaking freelancers only. Need to list all the upcoming 2018 and 2019 investment-related events in Portugal and add them to Excel and Google Calendar. These events can be in 9 categories: economy, investment banking, real estate investing, startups and technology-related events, finance markets, accounting events, legal events, real estate construction, and visits from ambassadors and foreign events regarding investing in Portugal. So yeah, not much to say about this one, except that, it's that type of job where if you have good music in the background, you can do it quite easily. Job number 3 is called Google Sheets Assistance. This was once again going back in September 2018. And again, sometimes the best services that you can offer are fixing a problem for someone or teaching them how to do it. In this case, the client said, I'm looking for assistance in creating a simple Google Sheet for a classroom of students. On the main sheet, I would keep the grades of all the students. On the other sheets in the same workbook or different, I would have the grades for just a single student to see so they don't see the other grades. I have made one that works, but is there a way to make it so that the secondary sheets reference the whole row? That way I don't have to keep adding columns to all of the sheets when I add a new grade. I'm happy to pay for your time to instruct me to, or just make it for me for 26 students. As you can see, this person just wanted to solve a problem and they were flexible about it. I could either teach them how to do it themselves or I could do it for them. This is what you may see other people in the online business world referring to as DIY, do it yourself, or DFY, done for you. All right, so job number 4, again, fast forwarding to October 2018. Apparently today I just picked jobs for 2018. But this one was to take some photos in Lisbon. And we're starting to approach the most random ones here at the end. this job I actually ended up doing several times. I ended up going back there and taking some photos again within the span of a couple of months. And while this job is private, essentially the client wanted me to go to Lisbon and take photos of the restoration process of this particular building. And it was cool because I was essentially getting paid to go to Lisbon, which I would do anyway. I love going there. And even though it wasn't that much and it barely covered travel costs, don't be like me. Like, again, please charge what you're worth. Don't be afraid to charge more if you need to. But I remember I would get to make a great fun day out of it each time I went there. So it was worth it for me. Now, this last one is just called Database. This was back in December 2019, so fast forwarding a little bit more. This was, again, one of those jobs that are super tedious, but again, with the right soundtrack in place, you can get it done quite easily. This is, again, a private job, but essentially this client had a bunch of binders, like huge-ass binders, full of client info that they wanted me to add to a digital database so it was easier to manage nowadays. Essentially, I had to read her handwriting, which sometimes proved to be tricky, and write all the clients' names, all their phone numbers, all their emails, and everything like that on, I believe, HubSpot. So obviously it was easier to manage all that information rather than flipping through a handful of binders. And I remember even, I think I went to London halfway through this job, so essentially I got to get paid while I was traveling, so it was pretty cool back then in 2019 when travel was still a thing. So yeah, that's it for today. Again, I hope this gave you guys some ideas of what's possible on Upwork, or that at least it entertained you for a little bit. Again, I want to remind you that it's totally okay if you're not 100% sure of what you want to offer right now, because as you can see, I went through many different pivots in the time that I've been on Upwork. And I ended up finding my way and finding what I love to do, which is social media, if you didn't know. You know, totally okay to test different services out. You just need to start somewhere, and you need to have the courage to start and the will to do it, because it does take a lot of effort, but it's super worth it in the end. And I guess if you'd like to see part 3, I gotta be honest, while I was searching for these random jobs, I did find like 8 other ones, so I can definitely do part 3 for you. So again, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that, or DM me on Instagram. The link will be in the description and the handle will be on the screen. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave me a like and subscribe down below so you don't miss out on my next one. I post all about Upwork, freelancing, and social media, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!